Hi, I'm Aiman, and welcome back to one of my auto repair videos. In today's video, I'm going to show you how to drain the coolant on a Honda Generation 2 Insight, which applies to 2009 to 2013 models. You might want to drain the coolant so that you can remove the radiator, for whatever purpose that might be, including getting access to the condenser to remove it. This video is part of a series on replacing Nafis's entire AC system so that we can fix his broken AC. So the first thing that you want to do, as with anything car related that's related to the electronics, you want to remove the battery, or you want to So to be clear, you don't need to disconnect the battery, but because we're working on other components in the system, we're going to disconnect it now. So let's take it out and move it aside, and we're going to look under the car. So usually when you're trying to drain something, my gloves got dirty, there's going to be some kind of drain plug or spout at the bottom where everything drains from, because, you know, gravity. And it just happens that for the radiator, the coolant drains at the bottom at this plug, at this port. And so you can see this little tabbed thing here is the fastener that's keeping all of that plugged in. All right, so we're gonna go back to the top of the car. And you know, some of my commenters from the past have asked me to go a bit more in depth about the parts that we're working with so that they understand what they're working with. And I'm gonna take a bit of advice from them because, you know, I'm also learning at the same time that you guys are watching this video. And so hopefully we can help each other out here. And so the components that we're working with here, this is the radiator. Right here is the coolant reservoir. This is where all the coolant goes into. And these right here are the radiator fans. Right here is the cap, and this is where you refill the coolant. When we drain the coolant from the bottom, you know, it's gonna come out, but there's gonna be a bit of suction. You know, if you ever put your finger on a straw, you know what I'm talking about. So in order to help all of that drain faster, we're going to remove this cap after we remove the drain plug. Oh, can't see it. It's okay. Okay, so let's go under the car. And we're going to twist this drain plug out. And it might shoot out, so you might want to angle your bucket. By the way, make sure you have a bucket to collect your coolant. And we'll just go right now. Okay. All right. All right, and so you can see it's coming out very slowly, but as soon as we go from the top and remove the cap, it should go much faster. So we're actually going to keep this coolant, and we're going to refill it with this coolant. But most people would recommend that you refill it with new coolant. In our case, actually, wait just a second. My dad noticed that the coolant flowing out is green. And, you know, that's okay for a normal car, but this is a hybrid, which means that its coolant should be pink or blue. So we're going to just check if it's the right coolant, and then if it's not, we're going to refill it with the proper one. So let me go to the top, and let's take off the cap. Okay, so after this, you should notice that it drains out faster. Ooh! I didn't think it was going to drain that fast. So ideally, you should have a second person under the car moving the bucket while you're moving around. And also, keep in mind, coolant is very dangerous to pets. For some reason, pets can get attracted to the smell of coolant, so you want to make sure that you clean it properly so that your cats don't get, you know, by the coolant. So as you can see around me, we've rinsed the entire road with water and we sweeped it to the drain. And now I just want to talk about the differences between the coolants. It's a good thing that my dad noticed. normal cars use green coolant, which I'm going to pour right now. Look at this, electric yellow or green. Actually, I can't tell. I'm colorblind. Next, hybrid cars usually use blue or pink. And so, for example, this one is blue. Actually, it looks more blue-green to me. Still, again, I'm colorblind. And some even use pink. And the reason that some cars use pink or blue is because those cars, which are usually hybrid cars, require a more specific mix of formula. So you can see this one says, you know, it's for Asian vehicles, and for Honda specifically, it's 1990 and up. And it's a formula free of silicate, nitrate, and amines. So that's something that they consider when for coolant for hybrid cars. But you can see this is the difference between those coolants. Okay, so I'm also going to take out the bucket. It's still draining a bit, but we'll just clean it up later. And we'll see if it's green. What the heck? So, that's a color I shouldn't hope to see. This is brown. Even red, maybe. But this means that the coolant is super dirty. So it's a good catch. Now, at this point, you can't even tell what the original color is, I bet. But it's a good catch that my dad caught that's the wrong color. We're going to refill it with some blue coolant. And hopefully... And yeah, that's all for this video. Okay, so that's all for this video. If you want to know how to refill the coolant, we'll do a separate video on that. So go check it out. And this video is also part of a series on fixing the AC system of a Honda Generation 2 Insight. So go check out the rest of the videos in that series, and I'll see you there. But for now, I'm Aiman, and thanks for watching. Please like, comment, subscribe, and look at other videos on EyeOnAiman, especially the videos on the Honda Generation 2 Insight. And I'll see you there. So for now, I'm signing out. Peace. It's good. I want to mention briefly that this is actually Nafis's car. I know in some of my videos, I've shown Asra's car, which is also a Honda Insight Generation 2, but his is a 2010 Insight, while Nafis's is a 2011.